G'day traders, Sam here to do a TA on ADA and why we're bullish on ADA and what levels of significance and how we can enter this trade. So we're looking at ADA. We have this support trend line, and it's clearly observable that this line was part of an ascending wedge. So this ascending wedge will continue that line up because it could have some role to play in the future. So what we have is a classical breakdown um, where price was respected, supported, and once it broke, you can see that this level along there became resistance. And it's also confluent with that trend line that was support, became resistance. So that was a perfect spot to do a short. This turns out to be a 33% drop, which would have been fantastic if you were ready for it. I wasn't. I didn't watch it, and I missed out. So this played out, and it played out to the target. So that was a target for this price to drop, although it didn't expect it to drop that hard. And you can see that it's the beginning of this ascending wedge. So it's also falling perfectly into that area of significance. Now that it's like a reset, it's rebalanced. We had this strong move to the upside, and you can see that previous resistance has had a roll there on the bounce. We found support to this level here, and we had a double bottom. And so what we have is, in a way, a W formation, and we're having a pullback right now. This area, obviously, you can see this area has got a lot of history of being resistance or support, so therefore it became resistance. So this level is going to be significant. So once we have established all that, makes all sense, let's get rid of that. We will talk about one of two structures. This could be an ascending channel. So let's have a look at this ascending channel. This ascending channel, you can say that is midsection of that channel also turned out to be a strong resistance as well. So that's a bit of confluence there. Now what we have is also resistance along this level here. Perfect resistance level. So we had 1, 2, 3 resistance points, therefore confluent with that. So everything just comes together right at that spot. Key pivot level. Smack bang, rejection. That's why we got that big rejection. Too many elements, so that is resistance. Now that what are we looking for now? So price prior to it was support there, so area of demand. So we're gonna look at this area of support. Might come down a bit more, just a bit more. Area of influence. This is a key area for looking to push back up. We had that double bottom. We're gonna have a slightly higher low, and what we're going to expect is a rejection from here. Okay, and the rejection won't be strong, maybe to this level of confluence, and then break up. We'll probably get a rejection there, ever so slightly, maybe a pullback down, maybe a retest at this fib level. And let's look at the fib levels that we have. The 0.618. So this 0.618 might come into handy again once more, and that will be our second entry. So this will be our first. This could be our second. Once it breaks, look for the retest, wherever the pullback is. There's two scenarios where it might not even come back down that low because it's done the hard work. So this entry is important, and then you have this luxury of looking for a second entry. So that is pretty much an ascent. Let's see, what is it? It is a broadening wedge. Okay, this broadening wedge is also a bullish formation, and we can use this. We can have a few potential ways of looking at this. We can also look at it this way as well. Let's just get that. That could be also relevant, and that's our A, B, C, D, E, anywhere around here. And if the price was to drop further down, this area is still area of significance to look for an entry. So that's what I have in terms of that, looking for the next play. Now, what we have is from this point of perspective, we can have uh, two or three targets. That's our first target. Do we count the wick? No. I'm going to use this play conservative. Apply that height to wherever it is, and you can see that if there's a breakout here, go sideways. If we get the breakout here, we got the 414. So my initial targets will be this level here, along those lines. This will be our probably first rejection, this level, which is about 2.9. Second level rejection here, and then up it goes to the top of the channel. Now, depending on the angle that we go, so if the angle was a constant real incline, we are likely to hit the 414. And if the bull market is really good, we're going to continue on. And so we have a lot of opportunities to look at for once we get through that. This is the level that we have to get through. It will take time, which is about 2.75. Then we have these upper quadrants. Level 1 is obviously double top. So the double top is going to be a bit of a rejection. I would be looking at this trend line in the future, depending how this plays out. This trend line could be a bit wider. So we just got to see where that trend line comes, and we could probably use this trend line if it was to drop. Look at it as a means of support, pivot, and then up it goes. But there's definitely this formation. We have a low, so we'll go a lower low. If we get this, establish this lower higher low, and then we have another higher low here because of the rejection. We get there, get another higher low, and then up it goes and to the top. And what that seems to be is maybe a cup, a bit of a cup and handle formation, and then we can use that whole thing as a target as well. Yes, definitely a couple of scenarios, but I'll leave it at that. Let's have a look at from another perspective. Just the one more. We had our drop. We had our one. Sorry, we had our 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So we've got the 1, 2, 3, which is a W formation, bullish divergence I would expect. Let's see what the indicators say.